What's the deal, good people? Today was a very good practice session for me. It was filled with a bunch of break and runouts and some very near break and runouts. So, going to give you guys a little commentary on what was going on today. Um, Playing on these tables on Tuesdays, we actually have free play day, so you don't have to pay on Tuesdays. And, my table at home is actually probably a little bit better than these, but there's nothing like playing on the equipment that you're going to play tournaments and gamble on and things of that nature. That was a really good cut shot on the four ball. But just wanted to, give a little insight on some of these runs and whatnot. And, just show you guys I am improving. It's just gonna take more time than I thought. Trying to play pool when you're left-handed, but I play pool right-handed, but three of my fingers were cut off, so I can't make bridges the way that I was accustomed to for over 25, 30 years. You know what I'm saying? So the fact that I'm able to come back and get somewhat back on my game, has been a miracle. But right here was a break and run out in 10 ball. With 10 ball, you have to call, the 10 ball has to be the last ball on the table. And it's called shot. And I believe I broke and ran 4 or 5 racks today, which is actually a little bit high for 10 ball for me. Um, but right here, I think I play a really nice cut shot on the 2 ball and just give myself a chance. Now, I'm not 100% sure if this is the rack or not. Where the okay, is this not it? That right bottom pocket is janky. The pocket is not sitting flush, so sometimes balls that are going into that pocket will hit the plastic. So it's like a couple of racks on here where the balls, hit the plastic and kicked out, and I just went ahead and downed the rack. You know what I'm saying? Or down the balls to continue my run. Yeah, but I just have to figure out what I'm looking at and what I'm watching in terms of how I play pool. I'm shooting very very well, but I make a lot of positional errors, and as well as like getting having 2 and 3 balls on the table and not getting out. Like this particular situation right here, I was trying to avoid shooting the ball into the side pocket, so I was gonna go to the left of the table, drawing the ball when I didn't have to, and it forced me to come up with a big shot there on the 9 ball. And this right here wound up being an easy 10 for another run out. All right. So next up now, all right. So we have 10 ball again. Nice and easy break. I'm not trying to hit the balls too hard. That was something that I've always done. I've always had a monstrous break, but I'm concentrating on just slowing things down, getting my technique correct, so that I could really start taking advantage of my break when I get my timing and stuff down. All right, so we got to get to that 3 ball. So let's see how we do here. Oh, that was shot pretty well. All right, so this shot right here, this is where the ball's going to fly off the table due to that pocket. You can't really see it, but the pocket does not sit flush. So the pocket is eating in. I mean, the plastic is actually eating into the actual pocket on both sides. So sometimes the ball will. So that one right there, it actually hit the side of the pocket and flew off the table. But we're gonna go ahead and just down and continue the run. All right, here we got a nice little pop shot on the 4 ball. Um, and I believe I have to come up with a shot right here. Yeah, so I have to come up with a nice little cut shot here to keep the run alive, and I do just that. These pockets are pretty big, but this is what we're playing on. As of right now, this particular place that I'm playing at currently, they just ordered 6 new diamond tables, 4 1/4 pockets or whatnot. So, you know, I think it's going to be good for my game overall, but it's going to be time consuming getting my stuff down. And right here, damn, I was actually explaining what was wrong with the pocket and, whatever. All right. Once again, an easy break. So now we're playing 8 ball. And 8 ball, I am struggling. I can run balls, but I get to the point where things get strategic, and my fundamentals just break down. So I'm recording these sessions now just so I can get a vibe or a feel of what am I looking at. I'm not seeing the table well, and something I noticed watching this stuff today is that I don't walk around on every shot to make sure my angles and things are lined up. But right here, as you can tell, the way this lays out, I still have to get back down table. But when I get down table, I need to break the 8 ball out. And at a certain point right here, I realize I'm not going to be able to really get into that 8 ball and still have a shot. So I start checking around for rail first shots on the 8 ball and see if that is actually possible. I believe I actually came up with a pretty good solution here. Here I am right here, just trying to figure out like what am I going to do, and I decided just to go ahead and make the ball and then deal with my fate afterwards. So let's see how this turns out. And I rarely do. I mean, I'm actually over the last month or so, I've been doing a lot more rail first. I believe I zoom in on it. If I didn't hit it clean, it was barely. But at the moment, I thought I hit it good, but who knows? All right, rack two, another 8 ball rack. And also, I'm going with the second ball break, just trying to hit it nice and patient, not trying to get too big on the ball or whatever. Just give myself a chance to shoot, because if I'm shooting, I'm all right. But I get into these games with these guys who play 8 ball, who move better than me, and I put myself in a deficit every time, because a lot of these old guys can't shoot anymore, but they know how to play. And I know how to shoot, but I don't play 8 ball as well. So it's just like a learning process. See what I did here. Now, this may be one of the racks where I did not run out clean. I can't remember, but okay, so I swept that ball out. I may have gotten out this rack, but that was a pretty nifty shot to get into that position. So what did I do here? Okay, drill the 4. All right, this right here, I believe I dummied the shot right here. I think I missed this 1 ball. No, I didn't. Oh, okay, I see what I did. I left myself with a bad cut. Like I said, just not knowing, how to handle certain shots is where my downfall is. I'm making balls, but I should not have been in a situation where that was even possible for me to miss a shot. But that is what it is. I left it in there just to be more transparent. All right, what we got here? All right, I believe I was able to work my way around this particular game. Playing these angles sometimes for me is a little bit hard, just because before I stopped playing for all those years. I never hit follow on ball, never hit high. Always drew everything around the table. I was really accustomed to doing it, and now that I've come back to pool, that's something I do less of, is actually just drawing the ball recklessly. But with that being the case, there are times where I don't know what to do, or I'm not playing the correct shot due to the fact that, in years past, I would have hit a draw shot or something of that nature. I believe this is one of those where I misplay a shot, or I don't know if this was a clean run out or not. Can't remember totally. Let's see. Well, I hit that really good. Yeah, so I guess I did get out on this one. Yeah, so another run out. Like I said, I'm getting better. I just have to take my time with it. All right, so I believe this will be the last 8 ball um, of this particular training session. All right, so right here I take solids. Something else, I never knew the rules in 8 ball where you can make, shoot a solid into a stripe and then continue with solids. I mean, with stripes. Never knew that before. So I guess it's APA or whatever rules. Getting accustomed to it, learning a little bit more, and putting myself in better positions to finish off games. All right. So, I mean, that wasn't a terribly bad shot for me. Put myself in a good spot, I believe. Okay. Now, this is another rail first shot that I have to play. I believe I do this one without any issue. I believe I should probably zoom in on it. But I hit this one pretty good. All right. So right here's the last break and run out of the day. 9 ball. Um, really struggling here, but at some point it's going to turn around. 9 ball is my preferred game, or the game that I'm most explosive in. Just have to get my timing down and stuff, but in due time, I think my 9 ball game will come back. All right, so like that was something that's very rare. I very rarely play the side for shots, which actually makes my game so much harder because the shot that's coming up next, um, I could have rolled that ball up and shot it in the opposite corner, but since I'm very leery of shooting balls in the side pocket, I played it safe and just went with a stun shot or a little draw to try to get me in position. And right here, all I gotta do is roll up here. But even that, I left myself kind of a little off angle, but at my skill level, I should be able to make that shot. 10 out of 10 times, put me in a good position to run out. And we got an easy 8 with a layup for the 9. I believe on this particular day, like which is today, I believe I broke and ran 5 9 ball racks. So I broke 12, 13 racks today in like an hour and a half. So can't complain. Holla at your boy.